Hi, this is some video to present you in 4 minutes or 5 minutes the work of VegaHub, which highlight the current thinking about graphics and how could we do that in F#. So to start with, what's existing out there? There's Protovis, which was very successful, no longer under active development. The successor was D3, which focused on transformation. It's kind of a functional bottom-up approach, very successful. On the other hand, in a top-down approach, there was this grammar of graphic that was very successful, that's been implemented in R, the statistical language, in the library ggplot, massively successful. So, how do we combine all this, bottom up, top down, and that's where Vega comes in. So it's like grammar of graphic, very successful thing used on ggplot, which is applied on, JavaScript D3 backend. So it's a very interesting project, and it's exactly the kind of project that we would need in FSI if we wanted to have a high-level command and to do simple graphics from FSI on the web, and that's where VegaHub comes in. So how do we do that? How do we install it? Just to see what does it do. So we go on the GitHub project and we clone it. The repository on my hard drive. Now I'm going to switch to Windows. So if you look at the README, it tells that you need to add a special source for nuggets. So I don't know how to do that, so I do nugget help, and it tells me I should do nugget sources, and I just have the official source. So if I do nugget help sources, it tells me I need to do some trickery things, and actually I just did the command before. Yep, here it is. So I just add a source and I can check it worked by rerunning my command. It worked. The my get source is enabled for NuGet. So I can just go into VegaHub, and as the README says, run the build.bat, and if everything goes right, it should end successfully, which it didn't, because it's used by another process. But that might just be some FSI thing, hopefully. Might have the FSI hanging around. It seems like it was the case. So just to be clear, I now use Visual Studio, but it's really, I don't use Visual Studio. It's only FSI that I'm using. So you will see. I'll take a coffee, go have a run, and then come back and Visual Studio is long. So if I just open the file, I'm actually in the source repository directory. If I just open script, so this is just an FSX file. You can see that it only loads the other two FS files, web app and Vega. And if I just execute that, it's going to launch a browser. And here's the part that simulates real-time updates. It says, so now if I launch it, I will have the histogram appearing up there. And here you go. So that's VegaHub. So the current thinking now is how do we enrich those types, the bar, etc. How do we get further binding, and how do we combine things? But I think that's a very useful thing, because we don't have, as it is now, a simple way to display cross-platform from FSI. So I hope you enjoyed it.